Do both of you like A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay?
Because it's better than X and Y. Number one.
Hey, X and Y.
Stop. That's
Started
what he
a
likes.
revolution.
That's what he likes.
Oh, that's your favorite Coldplay? Oh, wow.
That's why it's funny. Just inversely, I can poke fun of him. Metallica one. This is stupid.
Whatever. I don't care. You guys are being elitist. Continue.
No, I you know, on the subject of X and Y, I love the what it did, that they weren't afraid to take their writing there, but I felt like there were too many weak songs on the album as a whole. That's my critique.
I said the same thing.
So, what do you like about A Rush of Blood to the Head?
Clocks.
Which was recorded in a different
The last,
studio.
only song recorded in a different studio, and the last song finished. Yeah.
Sounds way better. They should have done the whole album in that studio.
But they couldn't afford to.
So actually,
Is that what the
going
story is?
going along with that, if he likes clocks, what's your favorite off of it? Let's just get that out.
Klaus is too
It's
stupid.
not my favorite. It sounds
Amsterdam
nice.
is my favorite.
Really?
I like Amsterdam.
Or a politic and A Rush of Blood to the Head. Yeah, I'm gonna burn.
I'm actually gonna have to go Politic if I had to pick one.
Why? Intro?
Yeah, it's dope. Or is the song that starts
Yeah, I'm gonna
What
buy
if there was no light?
That's so on X and Y.
That is X and Y. That's one of my favorite tracks.
I did tell you this. Whatever I told him about X and Y were my favorite tracks, you just glazed over, which proves all of our together we like the same shit. But yeah, what's been the best ballad since The Scientist? Stop.
What I liked about A Rush of Blood to the Head
Good jackass.
was it was a point in their career where they weren't quite on superstar status. They were superstars from the get-go, but they were allowed to. They hadn't gone full commercial, so it was a little bit more creative. I appreciated that.
Who did the bulk of the writing for this, or did they all equally?
They're all equal.
On paper, at least.
On paper, I know they all equally.
I feel like anything that was primarily in acoustic alone was Chris Martin. I
Yeah.
really want to say that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that songs like Politic and Clocks for him. I think A Rush of Blood to the Head, that song alone probably was just him because it's so bare bones. I feel like the way they would go at it at that point, which is like, hey, I wrote this. All right, I'll just do some minuscule things around it, and that's it.
What did the album teach you as a musician?
Production. Putting it.
Coldplay's production always makes me sad. They sound way too huge all the time. It's like all these instruments are analog, but you sound bigger than like everything in the universe. Like what makes the piano also sound like it's being played backwards? I don't have these instruments, but Coldplay does, and I'm really jealous.
Politics sounds huge, even though it's paper thin. I don't get it.
What do you think are the elements behind it sounding so huge?
It's a lot of layering. They use and I don't. Maybe it's because they're from the UK, but they use a lot of techniques that are very common in EDM. So like this one instrument will actually be 3 or 4 on top of each other. I forget which track it was, but I was blown away that they had an acoustic guitar mixed into the hi-hat.
It was the second part of The Scientist.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Which
It's mixed into it.
It's mixed into the hi-hat, which gave the hi-hat like pitch, and then the riffing is the same as the hi-hat. So I was like, what the fuck?
You know that riff at the end of The Scientist?
Yeah.
So after the drop, there's dun 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 dun. That riff, that's the one.
I'm just like,
It makes it sound incredibly huge.
Do you think the idea of sounding so huge came from Coldplay or from the producer?
that's a good question.
I feel it came from Radiohead. That's my honest opinion.
Hey.
At that point, you could really think that them and Radiohead were almost the same thing. Until X and Y and Viva La Vida happened, it was like it felt like Parachute with more salt and pepper added to it at that point. And Clocks is super interesting because you can now that once you hear X and Y, you can be like, where did that sound start from? It's Clocks. Clocks is X, like pre X and Y, what X and Y would be. And for some reason, I happen to like every band's second album more than anything. I feel like second albums show like shit. There's something here that could explode. And Clocks is definitely all. If that was on X and Y, that would be perfect. It would be the most perfect album.
Clocks was for me was the track that really especially listening to the album at that time. It's just like, oh wow, like what is happening next?
Yeah.
Because even before I knew when I knew what any of those things were, there was something about that song I wanted to hear more.
Yeah.
And I definitely got it with the stuff that came out with later. But here's another mystery of music. Which came first, Coldplay or Christian rock? Modern Christian rock.
Whoa.
Like Hillsong United.
Whoa.
Yo, which one's the egg?
Oh my god.
Stop.
You guys do not want to go to white churches. The amount of stupid electric guitar you guys would hear and hate yourselves.
No, it's gonna be major keys, and I don't know what those are.
Oh my god.
You're just as a
Well, the guitarist will know the jokes in that one.
It's compassion.
So, what is one song that you could do without on
I was gonna say Green Eyes.
What's one of the best songs on the album?
Yeah,
It's so undynamic.
Yeah,
It's so.
But the flow is so graceful and the instrumentation is so
You know what?
different.
You know what that song feels like? A drop in the pond, in a literal proverbial fucking pond. That's what it looks like. That song sounds like to me.
I love that song.
That's because you never felt love, JP.
What do you mean? I love money and things. That's all like politics, isn't it? And Russian blood to the head. Yeah.
Closing thoughts on Russian Blood to the Head. What would you guys say to the band about it?
I have one question. The only one question I would ask them isn't about anything except for the video for the scientists. How the fuck did you come up with that?
That
Dude.
had to be the director's idea.
No, man. We can't. We can't.
I think that's genius.
I think Chris Martin is way too genius. I think.
Think so?
I mean, the lyrics. Let's go back to the start. It says it, but I'm like, really? That video just stands out to me in my middle school, high school years of being like, wow, that thing was like. It's not that hard of a concept, but it sold that field from what everyone else was doing for visuals.
It was very.
Wait. You know why I like XY? Just because I came to it late, and the first thing I heard was Speed of Sound. And I attached to that song, and then basically went into the album. And it's one of the first albums that I fully explored.
Wait, so you didn't hear then The Scientists or Clocks when it first came out?
I heard of them, yes. I heard them, but I didn't really pay attention for some reason.
Oh.
Because I was too young. I was too young, and I just listened. I was like,
every
that
day,
sounds cool.
6 in the morning, Clocks.
Yeah, MTV.
Well, like-
when you turn on MTV
but
before you
like-
go to school, that was the only thing on.
For what
Yeah, but you have to
felt
remember-
like years.
I was the youngest in my family, so I never had.
He's
control
younger
of
than
what I
you!
listened to.
No.
Yeah, but I had a whole brother and sister.
I was the oldest, so I actually got to listen to the radio.
There you
like,
go.
Yeah, makes sense.
I did not get a chance to influence what they were listening to, so it's mostly Ocatelo.
But here's the thing. Oh, if there's a live concert perform of either one, I want to see X and Y. I don't want to see
You don't want to see
Rush of Blood.
I would follow that sentiment.
If we're talking about it, yeah, arenas.
yeah,
it was
but-
a great package. It was put together well.
But even the shit that they're doing now, at least visually, I don't know about the music. 'Cause I haven't really
I
heard
love
the
the
one.
new album.
But the bracelets that they had for the Milo Xyloto tour.
Ooh, we're gonna have to discuss that later.
What did you
Miles
guys think
Xyloto
about
tour?
like their
Miles
live-
tour was retarded.
Yeah, that they had
Oh.
all the fucking bracelets. That's
My
genius.
God, which
fucking
which show did you see? If you went,
No, I didn't see it. I just saw of it because I
Oh.
my dumbass. I guess I just didn't have money back then.
I went to see it and when I saw the price of the original ticket that I paid $300 for, I wanted to slit my wrist. It was marked up from $50. Dude,
Yeah,
somebody
I have
retired.
Ticketmaster alerts, so it's not that hard to buy tickets.
I didn't know what those things were.
I hate the new album. I don't want to hear about your divorce. That's my only thoughts on it.
Ooh,
All right,
but the vocoder.
that's where we leave it.
Yeah, but like I feel like
That was a good one. How long lasted I get? We could get a good 8 minutes out of that.
I feel like that album is it's good, but